Hey Sugar Plums, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a special little video for you guys. I just realized that I never kind of talked to you guys about this topic ever. Well, you guys know a lot about the topic, but I've never talked about how that topic came to be. I never told you guys how I came out to pretty much everyone. And I feel like that is a very important story to tell, because I mean, you guys already know so much, but you don't know the beginning for me, and when it started, and how I came out, when did I come out, what age, just everything. You guys don't know anything. So I guess I'll get into that. So when I was very, how old was I? I think I knew I was gay probably, honestly, since I was born, but I think being raised a certain way kind of steered me away from who I was, if that makes sense. So I kind of I don't even know how to explain it. I kind of I don't want to say I was straight, but I kind of wasn't I was swayed to be straight, so I acted straight for a while, and I was young, so I didn't know any better or anything like that, so I was only going off what I thought was okay, because I just wanted to fit in every normal boy, I guess, or every kid. I just wanted to fit in like everyone else. Yeah, and probably, I know in kindergarten I had a crush on a boy named Lewis. I do remember that. I think everyone's their true self when they're their youngest, and I look at old pictures of myself, and I feel like I could just tell that I was gay. I don't know, I just could tell. I know it sounds crazy and bizarre, but I literally could just tell, just the way I posed, just the way I smiled. And as a kid, I was so happy, and I always liked the Pink Power Ranger. I always felt like I was the boy version of the Pink Power Ranger, and I always had a crush on Tommy, the White Ranger. Yeah, so I kind of already knew for a while, but I think the older I got, the more I steered away from trying, being gay. Which I just didn't know what I was at the time. I wasn't gay or straight, wasn't a thing to me. I was just kind of trying to blend in with every other kid my own age. So yeah, that's how that started. And so then I got to middle school, and I think I started to think guys were cute. I'd think, oh, he's cute. I would never think it, but I mean, I would never say it, but in my head I was oh, he's attractive. So I kind of found myself looking more at the guys in my grade than the girls in my grade. So that should have been a red flag. While other guys were dating girls, I was kind of just being the girl's best friend, what I'm doing now. So yeah, I was the girl's best friend, and I was the best wingman ever, because I was friends with all the girls, but I wasn't gay yet. So then middle school, I wind up going to a public school, and then from 6th to 7th grade, and then my parents put me in an all boys private school at 8th grade. So I was in an all boys school, and it was weird because I didn't really feel gay there. I felt I wasn't attracted to any of the guys. I don't know, I didn't have crushes there. I don't know. If anything, I feel I got more straight going there, which was really weird, because I don't know, I guess it was just the whole me trying to fit in with my peers kind of thing, and I felt being gay in an all-boys school was probably the worst thing you could ever be. So that could be why I guess I kind of steered more towards being straight. I even talked to girls. I even had a girlfriend in 8th grade or 9th grade. Didn't kiss her, we didn't do anything sexual at all, but the fact that I even had a girlfriend is just really funny. And I remember having a crush on this girl, Asia. Hopefully she doesn't watch this video, but I remember having a huge crush on her, and I didn't really know why or anything. I felt I was just trying to have a crush on someone, just to say I'm straight and I'm talking to girls. Do you know what I mean? I tried to blend in with my peers and everyone at my all boys school. So yeah, but I don't know if my parents knew I was or not. They claim they didn't when I came out, so I don't really know. But hopefully my nipples aren't out. But yeah, I'm feeling very revealing today. I hope this is classy and cute for you guys. But continuing on, so then I hit high school, and quite honestly, I found a lot of guys at my high school attractive. I don't know, maybe it was just the type of boys, or whatever, but I'm into like frat-ish kind of like preppy boys, I guess. I was like really into preppy boys at the time. But when I had high school, I was still like really in denial about being gay or whatever. And I didn't really like to talk about it. And like obviously I was friends with all the girls, and obviously all the straight guys immediately penned me as gay just because I was like friends with all the girls, and like I was like sitting at an all girls lunch table, and like literally like my friend group was called like the Sassy 10 or whatever, and by the end we were like the Sassy like 4. So yeah, a lot of people left our friend group, but I love them dearly, and like I don't know, like they're my best friends now still to this day, so I love them. And yeah, so we started off as like the Sassy 10, and we went down to the Sassy 9, Sassy 8, Sassy 7, and we were Sassy 7 for a while, and then Sassy 6, and Sassy 5, and then next thing you know, the Sassy 4. And yeah, so obviously me being the only guy in that group kind of raised concerns to a lot of people. Like obviously no one from like my hometown knew, because like, alright, the way it was, like I went to a private school called Archmere Academy. I went to like a private school, and that's actually where like Joe Biden went. I don't know if you guys like know that, but like our like ex-vice president used to go to this school, and it's very prestigious and very like classy, and it's just a very, very nice school. So I was really blessed to go there, and like really happy to go there, and like I love everyone there. But once I got there, it just like kind of like raised concerns, because I was like friends with all the girls. I didn't really hang out with all the guys, and like it was very easy for me to make conversations with girls, but I felt like having conversations with guys was like pulling teeth for me. It was like the hardest thing possible, and like I didn't know things could be so hard, but it was so hard. All they wanted to talk about was like sports and like catching a ball and like throwing a baseball, which in my defense, I played all those things, so I was very familiar with it. I was able to hold a conversation, but I didn't really want to hold a conversation, if you know what I mean. Like, I'd rather talk about, like, Mean Girls, or, like, I don't know, just, you know, like, cliquey stuff. I don't know, like, you know, the latest drama. Like, that's what I cared about at the time. Like, I didn't care about anything else but the latest drama, the latest cute boy, and all that. So, the girls that I all sat with, they were all really sweet, and we were all really close, and I still didn't come out. Like, I never told them that I was gay or anything, and yeah, so rumors kind of just like traveled throughout the school, and like, oh, is Kenny gay? I literally would like fight with people. I would literally fight with people about it. Like, I would like deny it and deny it and deny it and deny it and deny it until like my head turned blue. Like, I could literally pull up Facebook messages from like high school where I'm like cursing people out left and right. And then there was this thing called, I think AIM. Not AIM. What was it called? Ask.fm. You guys probably know this. It was pretty much like an app where you can ask anyone random questions, and they like respond to them. So I would like, obviously I love answering questions, and I want to get the tea, and I want to know what people think about me. So I would answer all my questions, and a lot of the questions were like, you're a faggot, like why don't you just die already, or like you're gay, I don't know why you just don't come out, like you're a faggot, like pretty much, long story short, all my messages were you're gay, you need to just come out. But me being in denial, I would still argue with everyone, curse them out, like didn't give two fucks, and I would literally deny it until my face turned blue. So at this point I'm still straight. So all of high school, I'm in the closet, and I actually do, like, right before I graduate, I don't know if this is too much to, but I wind up exploring, I'm just gonna put it that way, I wind up exploring some things, and I wind up exploring some things with a very close friend of mine, and actually, I'm probably gonna crop that out, I'm just gonna end that there, but yeah, I wind up exploring things which allowed me to know that I'm gay. So I walked into college knowing that I'm pretty much gay. But obviously I'm a freshman, obviously I'm already nervous about being alone, obviously I'm terrified of being away from my family, and I'm just alone and in this new crowd, and like the last thing I wanted to do was like be gay at a new school, like just because like I wasn't comfortable at the time, and I didn't want guys, because like obviously I was living in an all guys dorm, I didn't want the guys to be like, oh, like let's not hang out with him because he's gay, or like, oh, like let me like make sure I have clothes on at all times because he's gay. Like, I just didn't want anyone to treat me differently because I was gay. And like, I don't know, like, that's just what it came down to. And like, I don't know if like my mind was just programmed that way. I think the way I was raised, I was programmed that gay was bad and gay was not accepted. So I was just always terrified to come out, and I knew if I ever came out or if I was ever gay, that would be the worst thing ever, and I would be shunned, and I'd be like, pretty much like it's social suicide. That's how I took it. So I was very, very terrified to come out to all my peers, especially guys, and like dorm with them, and like my roommate. I just was very, very, very scared to do that. So my entire freshman year of college, I pretty much just pretended to be straight. And I'm not even gonna say pretend, because I didn't hook up with girls. I didn't try to talk to girls. I wasn't trying to, like, I just wasn't trying to pretend to be straight, but I didn't talk about it at all. I didn't talk about being straight, I didn't talk about being gay, I didn't talk about boys, and I didn't talk about girls. So obviously, like, when guys would be like, oh, she's so hot, man, like, yo, like, I'm trying to hit that tonight, or like, yo, you think she'd be down? Like, you know what I mean? Like, when guys would talk about, like, girls, and, like, their bodies, and faces, and all that, like, I didn't really give a fuck. Like, I'll be honest, like, I was like, oh, she's pretty, like, that's how I would talk to them. And I was never like, oh, she's so hot. Like, I didn't like drool over these girls, because like 99% of the times I was best friends with them. So I just didn't really care to talk about them in that light. But if a girls would talk about guys, like all my girlfriends, when they talked about guys, I didn't necessarily chime in on that either. Like, I wasn't like, oh, ooh, he's so hot. Like, I would just kind of keep it quiet, and I would just be like, oh yeah, like, I didn't agree with any. So if pretty much when guys talked about girls, I had nothing to say, and when girls talked about guys, I had nothing to say. I figured if I don't say anything, no one will know. Which lasted for like all of freshman year, but obviously my girlfriends got very questionable. Like, they obviously their gaydars went off, so they knew I was gay, but like they knew obviously I wasn't ready to like come out yet or whatever. So yeah, so a bunch of my girlfriends started to question. They'd be like, oh, Kenny, like, have you ever had like a girlfriend, or like have you ever been in like a relationship? And I would be like, oh yeah. They'd be like, oh, with who? Like a boy or a girl? So that was their way of trying to like get it out of me without like asking me and like offending me. So I would be like, yeah, I dated like a girl, which I did date a girl for like a week or two, but we didn't do anything, and we didn't even see each other. So like that was my little like voucher. Like, I was like, I dated a girl, yeah, I'm straight, like, back off bitches, I'm straight. So yeah, like, yeah, I was pretty much straight. So I wound up coming out to like 3 of my close girlfriends. I think my friend Brielle, Nikki, you guys probably know Nikki, and my friend Steph. I came out to them first, and I only came out as bi. Like, I felt like if I was bi, I was like still technically dating girls, and like straight guys wouldn't hate me too much. So I tried to like say I was bi for a while, like pretty much to have like in the freshman year I was like, I'm bi, but only like my close girlfriends knew. Like, none of the guys knew. Like, I was still best friends, and I was like really, really close with the guys in my dorm building. Like, I love them so much, and I'll get way more into that in like a second. But yeah, so pretty much I left freshman year, and like 75%, 80% of my girlfriends knew that I was gay or bi or whatever. They knew I like talked to boys. They known I've hooked up with guys, and they know I'm interested in dating guys. So that was a huge stepping stone for me, just because I was coming from a place where I know being gay wasn't accepted, and it wasn't okay, and it just wasn't familiar. I didn't really know a lot of gay people back home, and I didn't really like, it just was unheard of. Like, honestly, I know it sounds crazy, like, it was really unheard of, and if you were gay, it was just like the worst thing in the world. Like, it literally was the worst thing in the world, and I never understood why, because I'm just like, it's your life. Like, I don't give a fuck who you're fucking. I don't care who you're kissing. I don't care who you want to be with. I just don't care. It's not my prerogative. It's not my business. I feel like anyone should be able to do what the hell they want. And if you have a problem with that, like, get over it. Like, I don't know, everyone's different, and like, I feel like no one should ever feel less than a person because they like a certain sex. Like, I don't care. Like, I like boys, and I don't care. Like, obviously it took me a while to get to this. Like, even me making this video right now is just like, I can't believe I'm doing this, obviously, because I have a lot of people, and like family probably watches, and like that was always my biggest thing, was like, I'm worried about like family like watching me and asking me questions, and just like that whole thing. Like, I'm like, I don't know, I just don't feel like dealing with that. So yeah, like, it's taken a lot for me to honestly sit down and make this video that I know is going to be public and like a few hours because I'm just making this video. And like, I'm not even gonna edit it. Honestly, I'm just gonna upload it because like I'd rather just upload it, and I don't feel like editing anything out. And like, I don't know, maybe I'll edit a few things out, but like most 98% of it's going out. So yeah, like yeah. So whatever. So freshman year, I kind of started to talk to guys, like not in school, but just like on different apps. You guys probably know, like Grindr, Tinder, like all those apps. Like I started to kind of like talk to guys here and there, but whenever they'd want to meet up, I'd get so nervous because like I've never like hooked up with a guy before. Like this is scary. Like I don't know. I just got really nervous to do things like that. So I just kind of like chickened out a lot. So yeah, and oh my god, guys, I'm like living for my makeup today. Yes. So yeah, so continuing. Pretty much like what happened? So sophomore year. So no, wait. Just bring it back. So pretty much freshman year I left. All my guy friends had no idea I was gay. They thought I was straight. They kind of assumed I was, if you know what I mean. Like they questioned it, but they never had the okay for me. So in their eyes I was straight. So sophomore year I go into college and I'm kind of just like whatever, I'm like over it at this point. I'm pretty much out there, like not out there, but like I wind up talking to this guy who I like really liked, and like that kind of helped me just like kind of just be like, fuck it, I'm gay, like whatever. So I walked into sophomore year of college knowing that I was gay, but I wasn't really like talky about it, but I wasn't like afraid. Like if you asked me, I probably would have said yeah. Like it wasn't like, oh no, I'm not. It was more so one of those things like, if you asked me, I would tell you, or I would tell you to ask another person, and they'll tell you. Like, I didn't want to hear. I didn't want to have to say it, but I'd like tell my friends if anyone asked, yeah, you can say I'm gay. It was one of those kind of things. Because usually when you are and people don't know, they don't want to ask you because they don't want to offend you. So they would ask my close friends. My friends would always like deny it and say I'm not. But I just got to the point where I was just like, honestly, tell them. Like if they ask, like just tell them. Like honestly, I don't give a fuck anymore. Like I'm gay, whatever. Who gives a fuck? So I went into sophomore year of college, like really happy / sad because I knew like all my guy friends who I was really close with. Like guys, when I didn't tell you close with, like I did everything with them. Like we stayed up all the time, like hours and hours. We went out together, we got food together. Like these guys were literally like my brothers. Like, so I was a little upset because I was kind of just like, I feel like I'm keeping such a secret from like my brothers, and like we've gotten so close, we did everything together. Like the last thing I want is them to find out that I'm gay, and they didn't hear it from me. So yeah, I was kind of like really sad about that because I felt like we were close, and like whenever we'd hang out, all my close girlfriends knew I was gay, but my girlfriend group and my guy friend group, we all hung out together. So it was like when my guy friend group was around, I had to like not pretend that I was straight, but I wouldn't talk about like, ooh, that boy's so hot and like all that stuff. So I'm like so happy I'm making this video right now. Like I never ever thought I'd be making this video, but I'm just so like happy with life right now, and I'm like really content, and like I don't know, I'm just really happy. And I don't know, like you guys probably know the feeling when you're just really happy about something, nothing can bring you down. So I'm happy. Yeah, continuing. So it got to a point where I was pretty much out, but my family didn't know. So it was kind of one of those where honestly my family still doesn't really know. I'm pretty sure they know because they like see me online and stuff, but like they haven't heard it from me. So this is kind of maybe a little shitty that I'm like kind of coming out online right now, even though I've been out for years. It seems like I'm still like hiding something, if you know what I mean. Like it's obvious that I'm out online. Like anyone that knows me knows I'm publicly out. It's not a big secret, but I feel like when I go home to Delaware, it's a huge secret. Like I don't know, it's really weird. Because I feel like I'm two different people living two different lives, even though I'm the same exact person. Like, anyone that knows me has known me for years and years, like my entire life. Like, I have not changed at all. Like, literally the only thing that has changed is me wearing makeup and, like, liking boys. That's fucking it. Like, other than that, my personality is the fucking same. I've always been a sassy bitch. Like, I don't know, I'm just literally the same exact person, and it just pisses me off that people think that just because I wear makeup down, now that I like boys, that I'm like a different person and I'm not the same Kenny that like they used to know. But in fact, I'm the same as that Kenny. If anything, I'm a new and improved Kenny because I'm not afraid to be who I am. I'm like, I love myself. I'm like, negative things don't affect me. Like I just I know who I am at this point, and it's like if you don't like that or you don't support that, like that's really not my problem. Like, honestly, it's just really not my issue. So, you can hit the door. But, continuing on. So, I wind up filming a video with Nikki and Gabby for Awesomeness TV. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it was like Nikki and Gabby's like best friend challenge, water challenge. That was a video that my parents saw that kind of made them question if I was gay or not. But I didn't really do anything in the video. Like, I was kind of just chilling. I'll probably insert a clip or something that you got. I'll probably insert a clip or something that you guys can see. But like, I didn't really do anything gay. I was just really dramatic and like, but I hate that. Like, I hate when people say like, oh, you're like doing this gay, or like you look gay. Like, to me, I don't think anyone can look gay. I don't think anyone can act gay. I kind of just feel like gay is just like a thing. Like, you can look manly as fuck, be gay as hell. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like just because I'm like this, I could be straight. Like, you know, like, I just don't like to judge people. I don't like to judge people off appearance and say they're gay just by the way they look. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's fair, and like, I don't know. I just feel like, yeah, that's just me. That's my personal opinion. But, continuing. So, there was a video and I was kind of really dramatic in it and just very like over the top, and my parents kind of took that as very gay. And they weren't really happy about it, so I kind of got a phone call maybe 2 weeks later after the video aired. And my brother kind of warned me that they were a little pissed off about it, so I kind of knew that it was coming. And I was in the room with all my friends, and we were all just like hanging out and talking. And then I get a phone call from my dad. And I'm immediately like, fuck, like I know exactly what this is about. Like, this is so scary. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, fuck. Like, I don't know how to answer this question. Like, I know it's coming. So I'm freaking out, guys. When I'm telling you freaking out, like, I'm freaking out. Like, my dad's so intimidating and just so big and like, just like your typical macho dad. Like, that's literally my dad. So I was terrified. Terrified is like an understatement. So then, what else? What happens? Yeah, I was just fucking terrified, honestly. Just fucking scared shitless. So my dad calls me and he's just like, oh, how have you been? Like, how are you? Being very normal, casual, and like cool. And I'm like, I've been good. Like, you know, just school, just college, nothing new, just chilling. And he goes, I have a question for you. Like, you have to be honest with me. Like, I just have a question for you. And then he goes, are you gay? My mouth dropped. Like, I'm like, I literally didn't answer for like a good 20 minutes. Like, I'm sitting on the phone like, that's a complicated question. Like, that's literally what I said. I'm like, that's a complicated question, or that's a complicated topic. And he's like, it's a yes or no question. Like, are you gay or are you not? And I'm like, it's a complicated question. I don't feel like answering it right now. So I'm honestly being really difficult. And instead of saying yeah, I'm just like very, 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 very difficult. And then he starts to like kind of calm me down. He's like, well, you don't have to go kill yourself or anything. Like, it's fine. Like, I didn't raise you that way, but like, whatever. Like, that's your life. I don't really support it, but it's your life. Like, whatever. Like, do what you want, kind of attitude. So at that point, I was like, fuck it. Like, he's already saying it. Like, whatever. Yes, I am. And then he goes, alright, well, like I said, I didn't raise you that way. I wish you weren't that way, but you are that way. Whatever. Are you sure you're that way? Like, you know what I mean? Like, are you talking to guys? Like, pretty much hinting at maybe it's a phase, and like, I'm not totally sure. But like, I knew I was sure. Like, I've been sure pretty much my entire life. I just had phases where I wasn't doubting it, and I tried not to be. And then I had phases where I was, and it was just very obvious. So continuing on, so yeah, so then I hang up, I start crying. All my friends are like, oh, like, all my friends are comforting me. Like, I'm literally in tears. Like, I just pretty much came out to my parents, even though all my friends at college, I think, kind of knew at this point. Like, I think I was pretty out at college. And what happened? So yeah, so then my mom calls me right after, which I didn't really get, because she was with my dad. Like, why didn't he, like, you know what I mean? Like, why are you gonna call me if you're with him and you heard everything I just said? So she calls me after, and she's like, is it true what your dad said? And I'm like, yeah, it is true. And then she's like, okay, well, I didn't raise you that way. Like, I'm completely shocked right now. Like, just she's very confused. She never saw it coming, which I just found that really hard to believe. Like, I feel like if your kid, like, I feel like you just know. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if my kid was gay, I would just know. You know? Like, I don't know. Like, that's just me. I feel like I would just know. So, apparently they didn't. It was completely new to them. It was very shocking. The most shocking thing they've ever heard in their entire lives. And I really don't see how. Because I'm literally the same exact personality. Still outspoken. Still sassy as fuck. Just literally the same exact person. And then at this point, I wasn't even wearing makeup or anything yet. So, yeah. Continuing on. So then... she's like, well, as long as you don't wear, like, makeup and, like, dress up like a girl and, like, whatever, like, I guess that's fine. But, like, yeah, at that point, I wasn't doing any of that, but now it's like, look at me now. So it's like, I can only imagine what they think about me now. But, yeah, so that was pretty much how I came out to my parents, and they were a little upset, because they were just, like, we felt like everyone knew about it before us. Like, why are we the last ones to know? We gave birth to you, like... It's a little fucked up that you would, like, tell us last. Like, just that whole kind of shebang. Like, which I totally understood. But it's obviously, well, I'm not going to say obviously. For some people, it's different. But for me, it was a lot harder to come out to my parents than it was for my friends. Because it's like, my parents didn't raise me to be gay. And it's like, I knew that was something they didn't want in life. So I just knew that topic would be hard in general to deal with them. So I was going to prolong it as long as possible. Like, I honestly planned on taking that shit to the grave. Like, literally. Like, I'm not even kidding you guys. Like, 4 or 5 years ago, I did not imagine myself to be out proud and, like, wearing makeup. Like, I'm not, like, I literally mean that. Like, I wanted to graduate college, and I was just going to, like, date guys on, like, a secret. Like, I don't know. I was going to date guys secretly, and I wasn't going to ever tell my parents. Like, that's how it was going in my head. Like, I just planned on never ever coming out to anyone except, like, friends. And I was just going to leave my family and, like, the dust. Because, like, it's just really, really hard. Because it's like they raised me. They know me to be a certain way. And it's like now they're know me for something completely else. So it was just really, really weird. And it really made me uncomfortable. Because then I felt like my parents were judging me and just, like, looking at me differently. And, like, at that point in time, I was very, very, like, self-conscious. Like, think about it. I just came out. It was a new thing to me. I didn't know much about it. I had to, like, figure out what I wanted. And, like, you know, just that whole thing. And it was just very, very, like, new to me. So I was very nervous, very scared. I didn't know what to do. It was just a lot of emotions in one. But all I can say is my friends were very, very, very supportive the entire time. And, like, DeSales University in general was just very supportive. Like, I honestly can't even name one bad incident in, like, college that I had for being gay. Like, and I know that's really rare to say, but I genuinely have not ever had an issue at a Catholic private school at that with my sexuality. It just didn't happen. I felt like if anything, people loved me more. So, I mean, obviously, I'm not going to sit here and brag about that because, like, everyone doesn't have that same luxury. But, the fact that I had such a great experience in college being gay, like, it was just even harder for me going home and stuff because, like, the experience home wasn't as well, like, it wasn't as mutual. Like, I don't know, like, it was a lot harder, I guess you could say. And, like, honestly, a lot of my family still doesn't really know. Like, I'm pretty sure they all know. I'm pretty sure, like, you know how families are. Word spreads around quick. But I've never told them, like, whatever, like, except for my immediate family. But, like, I didn't really tell anyone. So it's like, if you're a family member, you're watching this video, surprise. Yeah, so then after I came out to my parents, I was kind of just like, alright, like, I can tell anyone, like, my parents know, like, I can fucking tell anyone. So one night I was drinking with my, like, guy friends, all my best friends that I was telling you about that I was scared to, like, come out to. And we were drinking in their room, and they had a banana, like, just like fruit bananas, you know? And then I go, like, oh, I love bananas, like, kind of, like, hinting at that. Like, I wanted them to think that, and that's what they thought. So I was like, yeah, I really like bananas, guys. Like, I just love bananas. And they were just like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I love bananas. And they're like, Kenny, we know. Like, we love you no matter what. Like, we're so supportive of you. We're so happy you're telling us. We can't believe it took you so long to tell us. Like, and they were so supportive. Like, I literally cried. Like, just thinking about it now means so much to me. Like, just knowing that people aren't as shallow and aren't as judgmental or aren't as, like, just mean as you, like, think. Because, like, I don't know, I feel like I growing up thinking, like, it was the worst thing ever, and, like, straight boys would hate me, I'd get beat up. Like, I literally thought the worst things ever. So I thought once I told them, I thought, like, literally my, like, I was done. Like, I thought I was gonna be shunned. I thought I was gonna be, like, just an outsider, and like I got so much support from guys that I literally thought I wasn't gonna get any support from. Like, it just means so much to me, and I honestly feel like that has helped me come so far with like me now and just being myself and just like living my best life. Like that, like they still have no idea. Well, no, they know, but like genuinely I mean it. Like if you guys are watching this, you guys really mean so much to me. You'll always have a special place in my heart for just like defending me and like just like supporting me, like, and just like being great people, and just like, I don't know, you guys just will never know. Like I have a special place in my heart for all of you guys, and I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. And like even when we'd go out to bars and stuff, like obviously like I got support from my school, but like when you're going to bars and clubs, like there's all kinds of people, and there's all kinds of negative people, and there's just all kinds of people. I went out not knowing, like, you can't go out and expect everyone to accept you for who you are. So not saying that I had gay written across my face, but like sometimes the way I dressed was a little questionable. But yeah, like, so all my guy friends would always be like, Kenny, if someone's fucking with you, let me know, like I'll fuck them up, like we got your back 100%. And like I kid you not, like literally like every time I went out, they always made sure I was okay. They always like looked around to make sure no one was giving me a problem. Like they always just 100% had my back, and like I really fucking appreciated that. Like it just, I really appreciated it. Like you guys just don't know, like I love you guys. But yeah, so that's how I came out to like them. And then after that, like I pretty much was like out, like I guess you could say. Like after coming out to my guy friends, I was pretty much out, because I knew that I had their support, and I knew if I had any issues with anyone that they would address them. And I don't know, I just got really happy after, and I'm just like super happy about it. And I don't know, I feel like if anyone else is struggling with coming out, it is very scary, for sure, but I feel like when you're ready, you're ready. And I wasn't even ready to come out, I just was kind of dragged out, but I'm happy it worked out that way, because I can't imagine me sitting down and like having a conversation, if you know what I mean. So I was pretty much dragged out in a way, which I kind of like, and I definitely don't regret it. I felt like it was obviously meant to happen that way, because if it didn't happen that way, I probably wouldn't be making this video right now, because I'd be like in the closet like reading a book somewhere, you know. So guys, I just kind of wanted to I'm gonna wrap this little video up, and I'm just like so happy that I could finally like share with you guys like my coming out story. And yeah, I love you guys all so much, and I just supporting me. Mwah. And if you guys didn't know, I post videos every Monday, because I don't know if I've ever mentioned that anywhere, but I post videos literally every Monday. I don't know if you guys have noticed that or whatever, but I post videos every Monday, and I try to throw in an extra day. The other days usually random, but I don't know, like I'm into makeup. I feel like I love talking to you guys. I've always loved talking to you guys, and I feel like it's hard to talk to you guys through one photo, you know what I mean? So I felt like I should just bring my followers over to YouTube and just start talking to you guys through YouTube, and like giving you guys advice and telling you guys about my personal stories. And I don't know, I feel like that way you guys will get to know me a lot better, because I know I look like a little fucking bitch on Instagram, but at least you guys get to know I'm a real person. I do have feelings, I do have emotions, and I am a sweetheart when it comes down to it. And you can't let pictures fool you all the time. Like I know I'm really good at being a bitch, but I'm also sweet, as Sammy would say, the sweetest bitch you'll ever meet. But seriously, I love you guys, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye.